Alrighty guys, I'm Casey and welcome to a brand new episode of Eternal Darkness. Last episode we took Chattur'gha's rune as Pious Augustus, and now we gotta walk around this mansion a little bit. Now, oh, there's a light bulb up there, I wonder what that were. So, I actually realised in the last episode we actually have, hang on a minute, can I get Pious Augustus's, his blades here? An ancient Roman weapon, a gladius, is on display above the fireplace mantel. Another token of junk. Okay, so we've got that, which is cool. So now actually we have a weapon as Alex, which is cool. And I believe we can actually get this chapter piece now. Strangely, with the Tomb of Eternal Darkness in her possession, Alex can read the page. It is a chapter page from the tome itself. Should Alex take the chapter page? That's my dog. Kita! Pack it in! Yes, Alex has found the chapter page entitled The Binding of the Corpse God. That's ominous sounding, isn't it? So, I actually want to test the theory, because if I remember rightly... Now this is... I can't remember exactly if I'm right here, but I think every time you finish reading the tomb, you end up back in that room as Alex, no matter where you are in the house. I'm almost certain that that's what happens. Now we can actually go upstairs now because we got the upstairs key. And I like games like this where you have to actually go into your inventory and use the thing is, the key comes apart in the lock. The key of the second floor is broken. Perhaps there is a way of repairing it. Okay, so we can't actually go in there. But I do want to show off a little bit more of the house. Because you'll see where kind of like everything starts into place where you get stuff. So this room, later on we play the, I'm sure we play the piano later on. A grand piano stands here, awaiting the hands of a decent musician. Unfortunately, Edward never really lived up to that description, and as such the piano fell into disuse. Okay. And as you can see, we got some things here. Fireplace with the three runes here, Chattur'gha, Earth, and Mantorok, and there's another one there which I can't remember the name of. But the illustration features a collection of strange lined designs related to each other in a cynical manner. There appears to be some significance to it, but it isn't practically evident. Kita, enough, sweetie! Oh, my dog barking. She's normally very quiet, but when she hears me getting sort of like loud in here and talking, she starts to get excited. So this is another room which we'll come to later on. If you look, you can see this has like a red mark for Chattur'gha on it and a sword. So a wooden plaque is fastened to the door, taking the place of the lock. The coloured sigil is carved into the wood above a wide slot. The slot is just wide enough to insert a narrow blade. So what you can actually do is, if you can take this and you can use the gladius in here to open it. Alex places the blade in the slot but feels it pushed back. It is as if the magic of the blade does not fit the lock. Like I said, notice the red mark? We need to enchant this weapon a little bit later on with, I believe it's that either that rune or that rune's weakness. I can never remember which one it is, but I guess we'll find out. So now we've got this chapter page. We can check it. It appears to be a page. Should we read it? Yes.
I cannot say what was the true beginning, nor am I sure of its end. So perhaps here is the best place to start. I am reminded of ideas I first encountered in Sir James George Fraser's book, The Golden Bough, a study in magic and religion. We are overwhelmed by a very human need to weave a web of meaning where there may be none. Since time immemorial, ancient peoples have dressed up their lack of knowledge as gods and demons. I have discovered that sometimes the fates of gods and mortals intertwine, and legends are born.
Thy time is done, great ancient. Forever in shadow will you be master of chaos, and to fade to nothing in obscurity will be that. My master has planned many millennia for this day. It is the true chaos of all things that you now must be entombed amongst the
beings of flesh and bone. You have a great monument here, Mantorok. It is a pity that no one will ever recognize it as yours. May the darkness claim thee, crawling chaos and damned beast! No longer will thy reign be kept over the ancients you have kept imprisoned. Thou hast seen the last of this world.
Not even these mythical fables can keep me amused. There has to be something to do around here. I only wish something that fantastic and of higher purpose could happen to me.
Your wish? My command. So that god we just saw there, we just saw Pious Augustus damaging Mantorok, which is the purple of the gods. So, again, this is a place that we'll see quite a few times in here. And there's a necklace there which we've got a room here and then another one over here. Now I believe, if I remember rightly, if we take this necklace, it closes up one of the doors. A statue of a goddess delicately sculpted from sandstone. It casts an alert eye over everyone who enters the temple. There is a strange necklace about its neck. Should Ellia take the necklace from the statue? Hells to the yes. We've acquired the strange necklace. And if I remember rightly, we will now see both doors close up. The necklace can be used to heal Ellia. Make sure that Ellia does not move when the spell is being cast. Okay, so we're not going to use that yet because we have absolutely no reason to. Now remember that I spoke earlier of the rune in the last episode, the rune and the enemies. We may actually get to see some of the enemies here. So the design on the wall appears to depict the time of day. Perhaps the candles do too. So we've got that, and then we can go through here. And of course, we have no control at this point, so we're going to activate the traps. And these traps can be a little bit of a bugger, especially on my monitor, because just to explain, like, my monitor doesn't display 4:3 images, okay, so I have to upscale to 16:9 using an upscaler. I mean, the GameCube actually does, to be honest with you, because I can display in 16:9, but it's easier for me to do. So my image is a little bit more blurred than the captured image you're seeing, not by much, but it sometimes makes the colours seem a little bit off. So remember how I said in the first episode that the different colours represented different creatures? So let's read this and then we'll get more into it. When located by creatures, a sanity loss occurs, causing a decrease in the level of the sanity meter and the character to pulse green. Beware, sanity loss affects perception and eventually health. So as I said, all these enemies are different. The sanity meter. Okay, that's actually one of the best things in horror games, because the lower that gets, the more crazy stuff will have happened to us. So remember how I said in the first episode that the different enemies are sort of, the green enemies are easier than the red enemies in my opinion, but there's not really a difficulty. Let me show you what I mean by that. You see, if I go here, I take off his head, he will die and I can finish him. Performing a finish and move on a creature recovers sanity. Now you see, you take the head off of the blue or the red creatures and they don't fall down like that, which we'll see a little later on. So we got details here. The design on the wall appears to depict the time of the day. Perhaps the candles do too. Okay, so let's take that one out. And I remember my cousin actually got stuck on this puzzle for quite a long time. Although I don't think it was this one, I think it was the one on the other side. She couldn't figure it out. Now, if you caught a glimpse there, there's a blue enemy there, which is, I think the blue one's through the earth. We're going to take the bronze necklace. And then we're going to run back. Avoiding, nope, these traps as best we can. Because like I said, we don't want to be here. We don't want to step on them. I mean, we can step on this one because it doesn't make a difference. We're not going back this way. And again, as you can see, these are now taking off our enemies. So the best thing to do actually is to take out the heads of these creatures first. And that way it stops them taking out your sanity. And we can recover our sanity. Now, ouch. That was absolutely uncalled for. I mean, I'm here just casually slaughtering your friends to eternity and beyond. And you decide to hit me? Like, seriously, game. What is the need of that? Details. Engraved on the floor is a striking design featuring the sun sinking below the edge of the world. So this game is all about trying to throw the world into eternal darkness, by the way. Yeah, I can't finish you. So now we're back in here. If you remember, we took the necklace off of this lady here. And now we can go ahead and put this bronze necklace back on her. And we'll keep the other necklace that allows us to heal. Now we only get 10 uses of the healing necklace, so I'm not going to use one just yet. Although, I don't think I've ever used all 10. Like I said, we got this one again. Again, another one of these puzzles, but this one's already done. Engraved on the floor is a striking design featuring the sun rising above the edge of the world. The opposite of what the game's about. So again, we got to avoid this. Keeping out of these platforms. I mean, the colours in the day weren't brilliant, so it's quite easy to just oversee one. But now we've got a blue one of these guys, which I believe is Uli Earth. As you can see, one shot to his head didn't take it off. 2 shots did, like I said. But you take his arm off, and that's it. He's down and dead. So a little bit more difficult than the red guys, Chattur'gha. And the red ones were a little bit more difficult, and I believe we'll see them. So, my cousin struggled with this puzzle because she couldn't tell where the sun was. To me, that kind of said, like, hey, you know what? Maybe the sun isn't meant to be there. Let's extinguish them all. And it worked. I apologise for the just brief pause there. I just wanted to switch my little heater on in my office. It's cold. So now the question is, am I going through the right way? So let's kind of try our best to avoid these. That's why I'm walking and not running. And again, we've got this here. This just leads us to that other room, which actually, if I'm being honest, I wanted to see what this says. Engraved on the floor is a striking design featuring a brightly burning sun. Okay, so we've got... They kind of resemble exactly what's in the room, I guess. Now, I don't think I'm going to be able to get through this. Oops. Of course I mistimed it. Of course, yeah, they stop, don't they? Okay, so now's actually a good time for me to show you this necklace, though. There you go, look, heals us. Be examined. A small pedestal covered with the decorative etchings stands before the wall. The blowgun upon it must have some special significance for it to be the focal point of this display. Should Ella take the blowgun? Yeah, of course. Because that always comes out, always works out, doesn't it? Now, pay attention to this bit. The blade has broken. We're left with the bowgun. That's our weapon of choice now.
A secret passage in the temple.
And here are the red guys. Now if we take this broken sword, we equip this blowgun, which I've just unequipped. Oh, let me get out of here. Nope. I think I'm dead. I'm literally stuck. I cannot get out of here. Okay, we got lucky there. I got trapped. Okay, I got trapped. So let's just... I'm trying my best to hit this guy as well, because the blowgun will poison them. Now, if we can save this guy here, then he will repair our blade. Finish him while he's down. Like I said, these guys, the red ones, are quite a bit harder. I'm actually surprised we didn't die there. I was totally expecting to die. The guard is grateful for Ellia saving his life. In return, he offers to repair Ellia's broken weapon as a gesture of thanks. Yes, we want to repair. So he's a Mantorok servant. You can tell by the colour of his rune. The item has been repaired. We can get Mantorok's rune later on. So now we can actually switch back to the short sword, which makes killing enemies a significant portion easier. But just in case. Oh, it's not safe to... My apologies for that small brief interruption, but I do tell people when I'm recording and they still find the time to call me during it. So this one is kind of... We couldn't get past that. Yeah, let's go around. We can go around that. Actually, I hit start. Okay, so we need to find that sort of lever thing. So let's actually take out these guys. Take off your heads first. Hey, where's my head gone? I love it when they used to do that, when I was like feeling for the head. Can we please finish him? Ah, awesome sauce. We can indeed finish him. Now you can also get a little bit of dead on you, a little bit of dead here, a little bit of dead there, a little bit of dead everywhere. Okay, now the question is, can I save it now? Yes, cool. Just in case we end up sort of dying. You know? But yeah, so now we gotta make our way through these corridors without... Oh, I did not see that one there. Okay, so now I'm actually going to use this again. I think I'm going to use it twice. Okay, use. Nope, you're going to make me wait, aren't you, game? Chattur'gha. Oops, that was the wrong button. Okay, so I think these stop after a short period of time. Yep, they stopped. And again, there's ones that you just can't avoid, unfortunately. I think that one just triggers those blow darts. Okay, so we just got to be a little bit careful. Run. Avoid these. Like I said, there's some that you just can't avoid, and I think it personally makes the game more fun and interesting to play. Oh yeah, this is something. Things will fight, so let's give him a hand out. Like I said, you take the heads off of these guys, they don't actually drop dead. And even if you hack an arm off them, like I said, they still stand. Like I said, this is why I describe them as difficulty, because you'll find that your enemies, or at least the vast majority of your enemies, will favour the rune that you did. This one must be blue, I thought it was green. Will favour the rune that you picked, the artefact that you picked in the beginning. And green are just... I think green... No, I don't... Green's one I don't know. I think blue's Uliearth. I'm almost certain blue's Uliearth. Watch me be wrong. And here we are. At the god Mantorok.
Stop. Don't go near it. So, you are reduced to feeding on flesh and bone, Mantorok. How the mighty have fallen. You will surely fester for millennia to come. A slow and torturous fate for thee. You had best leave, young fool, or you will find yourself as food for the dead god.
You are one of the chosen many, flesh and blood. It It is now your destiny to fight the Eternal Darkness. I give you a gift in return for an obligation. The gift is your life, sweet dancer. The obligation is this. You hold one of Mantorok's hearts, the essence of the corpse god. To some it is a source of great power. For those people, you must defend it, lest they use it to destroy what little brightness your world has left in it. Guard it well.
So we've just ingested Mantorok's heart. So the mental stuff, you remember at the beginning of this, not the beginning of the dungeon, but the beginning of the bit where we fell down, went to that first room, first circular room, and there was a little bit of a like place we could lever. This is where we need to put that. And a door of formidable size seals the vault. A stylized design resembling the creature that dwells within the room is carved into the stone. Man, I loved this game. Still do. Look at this god, you know, this game could do with a remake. How good would this look in a remake? And of course, we have a little bit of a stamina meter, although you never see the stamina meter, but you do kind of wear yourself out if you run too much. So it's always worth just taking a little bit of a breather, letting you get yourself back up, but it does take a while to get back up, which was always annoying. We'll see. With Ellia. Okay, so I'm actually going to avoid these this time around because there's no point in facing them. We've already beat them once. And we don't need to beat them to open the door, so... And this was always annoying. Coming back through here. Because you can't exactly see exactly what you're stepping on, and this one is going to... Oh, I love that. There we go. Okay, so he got crushed, and of course when the blades hit something they stop, don't they? Nope, you're not gonna come, okay. Wrong button. Just running for it. Okay. So we will kill these. Ooh. As you notice, the room's starting to tilt. That's because our sanity meter is getting low. So let's take off the head. And be careful because they can regrow their heads. But the good thing about them having no head is they will quite happily hit one another and they won't see where you are. Okay, so this is actually, this is why I want an HD remake or a remaster. So much of this art would look so nice. Kita! Come on, you're gonna get it. Yeah, I told you we were gonna get it. Kill you. And then kill you. So that's all them done. Kita, enough! So now we can actually use this in here. And now we need to head back to where we came from. Which is right here. As you can see, the door is now opening. So hopefully I go through the right door. Yes, I do. Oh, there's nothing I can do about this. Okay. Okay, I'm just running for it. I'm just running for it. we'll make do. We'll make do. We'll make do. Like I said, there's no point in really fighting these guys because we can just sort of go straight through here. And now we're here back at Mantorok's lair. But man, this game is so in depth. So the lore behind it, man. Why was there just one? I mean, just look at the god. Look at him. That's just awesome looking. It's also why I put the disclaimer at the beginning of the series, because this guy looks freaky. This could give you nightmares. I mean, with games nowadays, no, this is like so censored compared to nowadays, but still. Here we go.
Fool! You should have run. Instead, you will die. Where is the essence of Mantorok? Where is it?
I ate it.
I will not ask again, child. Very well, then. You will succumb to the horrors of oblivion.
Dun, dun, duh. And the next puzzle lights up. So boy, story's getting good, isn't it? Like I said, this game, it's one of the best games in the world. But guys, that's going to do it for this episode. So if you've enjoyed the video, please do consider leaving a like. It really helps out the channel and I really do appreciate it. So please do leave that like. And click subscribe if you want to see more from me. Guys, I'm KC. I want to thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.